When it comes to politics, who pulls the strings? And I can tell you right now, it's not disabled people. And before you start gathering your pitchforks and your torches and coming at me in the comment section, give me a couple of seconds to explain my reasoning. The Australian government announced changes to the NDIS, which is the National Disability Insurance Scheme, how it affects you, how it affects, I suppose, intergenerational Australians and possibly people further afield as well. I'll be quite curious to get other countries' stances on this as well. So those people on the NDIS scheme, those people that need, I suppose, this system to survive or maintain a quality of life that's consistent with every other Australian, are being used as soft targets by the government to deflect from bigger issues that they don't necessarily want gaining traction. There's two issues coming to mind. You've got the fuel, which, today the energy minister and the prime minister announced that they've secured 200 million litres of diesel. And if you had to watch my last couple of videos, we go through almost 100 million litres of diesel a day. That's one point. The second point is that there's a lot of traction gathering behind the gas exports tax. But what it comes down to is that the gas lobbies are throwing their arms up in the air, they're crying poor, with people wanting to get what they deserve. And when we look at the crux, and going back to what I was saying about how it affects you as a person, is that this is wealth distribution. So what the gas lobbies are looking at doing is trying to shoot down this gas export tax. They've probably paid the government to, throw the NDIS in front of the bus, start re-imaging these participants on this scheme as the villain or as people rorting the system. The government's basically saying that there's people rorting the system, they shouldn't be on there. From a devil's advocate point of view, there would be people taking the piss. But if only there was some sort of system or judicial system that would actually look into these cases, and I dare say there'll be very seldom. There is something to do to clean up this system to make it work better. However, targeting the NDIS and treating them like second-rate citizens, treating them like scam artists and all those different things isn't probably the smartest choice. The government is controlled almost exclusively by lobbyists, which is very similar to every other country. By all means, if you got this far, please let me know in the comment section below if you think the same, if you think your country is ran by lobbyists. So these lobbyists are putting pressure on the government because what it comes down to is these lobbyists donate to the political parties, donate to politicians to get favourable treatment. And what better way to do that is to basically, once something gets a little bit of momentum, such as the gas export tax, what better way is to basically throw something else in front of it and say, hey, look over there, that's the issue. And if an organisation doesn't get what they want, they jump up and down and they put advertising commercials and to basically scare the population into submission. And how they do that is they're saying, hey, look, we're going to cut jobs. We're not going to come back to this country. We're not going to do this. I can tell you right now, they're not going to pass up this. And we're just basically asking, rightfully so, for our piece of our cut. If they can't do that, as far as I'm concerned, they can piss off. And if they're willing to threaten jobs, that's when the government comes in and starts representing people like us to basically say, hey, cool story, bro. Piss off and you're not getting anything for the next 10, 15 years. Because these are the kind of things we need to get out there, need to publicise a lot more and start holding people accountable, our politicians accountable. So what it comes down to is that what should we do as an Australian? Or what should we do as an international community? So what I would suggest on my high horse is that maybe, just maybe, that we should ban all lobbyists. Corporations get no say. And how would I recommend doing that? I would basically ban any political donation entirely. So clean up the system from that way, because we really, 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 really need to bring back politics to the people.